My 7-year-old Asian son walked into school with an iPad and accidentally exposed the secret life.
I always thought the worst thing a kid could bring to school was gum or a frog from the backyard. Never in my life did I imagine my 7-year-old son would walk into his classroom carrying the fuse to blow our entire world apart. But that Tuesday morning he did exactly that without even knowing. Life in our house had become chaotic months before the explosion. Melissa, my wife of 10 years, had grown distant and restless, always rushing, always on her phone, always dressing like she was going to a photo shoot instead of work. I tried to ignore the signs. I blamed stress, busy schedules, anything except the truth lurking under the surface. Meanwhile, I focused on my job in IT security and on being a reliable dad packing lunches, tying shoelaces, making sure Leo had what he needed. That morning, Leo grabbed what he thought was his school iPad from the kitchen counter, a messy pile of devices we hadn't organized in weeks. Melissa barely looked up as she rushed out the door. I didn't think twice about it either. I should have. At 10:47 a.m., my phone rang. The school never calls unless someone's bleeding or throwing up, so I answered immediately. The principal's voice trembled. "Mr. Harper, you need to come to Eastwood Elementary immediately. And please bring a lawyer. My blood ran cold." When I pulled up to the school, police cars lined the entrance. Parents clustered outside, whispering anxiously. A scene out of a nightmare. Principal Rowe met me with a look that said everything without saying anything at all. She led me to her office where Leo sat trembling in a chair. He ran to me instantly, scared and confused. "Dad?" I didn't mean to do anything wrong. I hugged him tighter than I ever had. Principal Rowe gestured toward an iPad on her desk, Melissa's iPad. "Your son was showing the class what he thought were educational videos," she said, voice drained of emotion. "Instead, it was this." She pressed play. My stomach dropped through the floor. The screen lit up with explicit videos, my wife and acts I couldn't unsee with multiple men. Some familiar, some unmistakable. Darren, the gym influencer she'd mentioned way too often. Ty, his sidekick. And God help me, even our neighbor, Jake. My world collapsed while sitting in a tiny school office with fluorescent lights humming overhead. 27 kids saw those videos before anyone could stop it. Officer D'Angelo asked if I knew anything about the recordings. I didn't even. My voice shocked me with how steady it was. Melissa's phone kept buzzing. I didn't answer. In the parking lot, Melissa screeched in like a tornado. Mascara streaking, perfume heavy in the air. "Eddie, I can explain." "Explain what?" I asked. "The lighting? The camera angles?" She flinched. Her friends Jenna and Tara hovered behind her, wringing their hands. "Eddie, she's been under so much pressure. This was stress relief," Jenna blurted. I laughed. Actually laughed. Yoga is stress relief. "Not whatever this is." Melissa lunged for my phone when she saw me recording. I stepped back easily. IT security had trained me well. "You're making it worse," she shrieked. "No," I said. "You already made it worse." That night, I reviewed everything in my home office while Melissa hid in the guest room to think. These weren't just random affairs. They were organized, filmed, edited. Shot in our bedroom, Darren's place, Jenna's pool house. Multiple locations, multiple men. This wasn't cheating. This was a lifestyle. My colleague Greg called concerned. When he asked what I was going to do, I said the words that changed everything. "I'm going to remind them why you never mess with the IT guy." By Thursday, the scandal spread across the city. Someone at the school leaked it to Cleveland Confidential. Melissa tried to paint herself as the sufferer and me as the abusive husband, predictable. Then came the school board meeting. The auditorium was packed, parents, reporters, school staff. Melissa walked in with lawyers and a sad face like she'd practiced it in the mirror. Darren showed up too, flexing for his followers, filming himself like a clown. When Melissa's lawyer claimed she was the victim of stolen revenge content, I stood up. "My name is Eddie Harper," I said into the mic. "And I am the husband of the woman whose extracurricular activities traumatized 27 children." Gasp, silence, phones everywhere. "These weren't stolen private moments," I continued. "These were planned, filmed encounters stored on a device she left accessible to our child." Chaos erupted. Melissa's mascara streaked as she broke down. After the meeting, I found my car spray painted with the word CUCK, a dead rat on the windshield. A threatening text from Darren, "Back off or I'll bury you," the next day. I visited Darren's gym and plastered the place with flyers. Asked Darren about his amateur films now showing at Eastwood Elementary. He chased me through the parking garage. His friend Ty filmed the whole thing, laughing like it was reality TV. I escaped on Greg's motorcycle.